Easy go.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of World Economies. Today we'll be covering the economy of Cambodia. So without further ado, some quick facts before we get started. Cambodia is a constitutional monarchy. The capital is Phnom Penh. The main languages are Khmer, Vietnamese, and Chinese. Main religions are Buddhist and Muslim. Population is about 16.4 million, and they use the riel as their currency. Cambodia's economy is divided into agriculture 34.7%, industry 24.3%, and services 41%. Agriculture was the historic mainstay of the economy and remains an important sector. Rice is the main crop, grown in the fertile Mekong River Delta and the Tonle Sap Basin in paddy fields. Around 7 million tons of rice are produced each year, and Cambodia is the world's 9th largest producer of rice. Rubber is the main cash crop, with around 25,000 tons being produced annually. Sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, and jute are also important cash crops. Water buffalo and oxen are raised as draft animals, with cattle being the main livestock raised commercially. Cambodia has a large industrial sector based on light manufacturing and resource processing. Garment industry is the main industrial sector, fueled by cheap labor costs, and garments make up around 80% of exports. Garment industry employs around 335,000 workers and generates around $8 billion annually. Light industries based on processing raw materials are also important, including rice milling, lumber processing, textiles, construction materials, and rubber products. There is a large construction sector, and there has also been much growth recently in new sectors, such as automobile components and electronics assembly. Cambodia's tourism sector is increasingly important to the economy, and the country draws in many tourists with its temples, historical sites, and beautiful natural landscape. About 5 million tourists visit the country annually, and the sector generates about $3.2 billion. Popular sites include Angkor Wat Temple Complex, Bayon Temple, Lake Tonle Sap, Ta Prohm Temple, the Royal Palace, Bang Malaya Ruins, Ba Phuon Temple, Nom Kulen National Park, Prea Monivong National Park, Ko Tonse Island, Bantier Kadai Temple, the Angkor National Museum, and the Silver Pagoda. Cambodia's transportation network was severely damaged during the Civil War and the Khmer Rouge era, and is currently undergoing restoration. The road network is fairly good, connecting most of the major towns and cities, and consists of around 38,000 kilometers of road, about half of which is paved. The country's extensive river network also aids in inland transportation, and carries cargo and passengers across the country. There is only one major port, Sihanoukville, which handles most international shipments. There are 4 domestic airports, as well as 2 international airports, Phnom Penh International and Siem Reap International. Cambodia's exports are valued at about $11.4 billion. The main export goods are garments, timber, rubber, rice, fish, and gemstones. Main export partners are the US, the UK, Germany, Japan, China, and Canada. Imports are valued at about $14.4 billion. The main import goods are petroleum, construction materials, tobacco, gold, machinery, vehicles, and pharmaceuticals. Main import partners are China, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Cambodia's nominal GDP is valued at about $24.523 billion. GDP growth is about 6.8%. GDP per capita is about $1,500. Cambodia is the world's 153rd largest economy. Unemployment is about 0.3%. The population below poverty line is 20%, labor force is about 8.9 million, and inflation is about 2.5%. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, the economy of Cameroon.